In Tradify, forms is where you'll find all your job documents. There are two types: compliance forms, things like gas safety certificates and electrical certs, which are pre built to meet regional legal requirements, and checklists, which are forms you can fully customize to meet your job requirements. Today, we're focusing on checklists and form templates, which let you save any form, including checklists, so you're not starting from scratch every time. There are two ways to create a checklist. You can go straight to Forms in the left hand menu. This gives you a dedicated view of all your forms across every job. And you can create a new checklist from here by clicking New Form and choosing Checklist from the Form category dropdown. But the most common workflow when creating a new one is directly from a job, which is what we'll walk through now. Open any job, then click on the More drop-down next to the tabs here, then Forms and Certs, and select New Form. You'll see the Checklist option. You can choose between a basic checklist or a detailed checklist. Basic is best for simpler forms where you just need tick-off items or written questions, but not both together in the same section. The detailed checklist is for when you need tick-off items and written questions combined within the same section. For this demo, we'll build a detailed checklist for a daily on-site pre-start meeting. First, give it an internal name. This is what you'll use to search for it later when copying it to other jobs. I'll call it Pre-Start Checklist, then add a form title, which is what appears on the actual document. I'll add the site name and Pre-Start Checklist. I'll build out the checklist sections. Each section can have a title, tick off checklist items, and written questions. I'll add a section called Site and Safety Verification with checklist items like confirm personal PPE is ready, and inspect work areas for hazards, proper lighting, and safe ladder or roof access. Plus a question field for who has verified Lotto kits are available to isolate electrical power on site. I can keep adding checklist sections. Here I'll add equipment and material check and add a checklist item. I'll then finish with a photo list section with a note like include photos of any damage found. If I keep scrolling, I can add additional comments, a signature field, and a footer for the form. Just toggle on or off these sections to expand and add in the details or keep them toggled off if you don't want them on the form. You'll also notice job and customer details auto-populate from the job itself, and your company details pull in from your settings, so there's no double handling of data entering. Click Save and continue to save your work but stay on the form, or save and exit to save your work but move on to something else. Here's where the real time saving kicks in. I don't need to rebuild this checklist from scratch for every job. On any new job, go to the More drop-down and select Forms and Certs. Then in the New Form drop-down, either click Copy Previous Form or New Form from Template if you've created some standard ones to build off of, which we'll cover later in the demo. I'll do Copy Previous Form, then search for the checklist by the customer, address, job reference, or form name. I'll search by site, select it, and click Copy Form. It copies the full structure across, ready for your team to fill in fresh. Job and customer details update automatically for the new job. If your team fill out forms in the mobile app, open the job. Go to Forms and select the checklist. Work through each section. Tick off items, add notes, upload any photos if they need to, and if it's been included in the form, add a signature at the end. Once they've completed the form and you've checked through it, tap Approve. You can then preview the finished PDF. It includes your logo, company details, job and customer info, and all the checklist responses, including photos and signature. From there, you can email it straight to the customer. Now, let's look at form templates. Remember those two types of documents: compliance forms and checklists. Form templates let you pre-configure and save either type, so your standard details are already filled in every time you need to use them. Head to the Forms page in the left-hand menu and select the Form Templates tab. Click New Form Template, choose the form type you want to pre-configure from the category, either certs or a checklist, and then the form type. Click OK, then fill out the details, and when you're finished, click Save. Please note, form templates cannot be created or edited in the mobile app. You can also turn an existing form into a template. Open the form you want to use, click the Options drop-down on the right-hand side, then click Copy to Template. Give it a name and click OK to save. You'll see it listed here with your other form templates. When creating a new form on a job, go to the Forms section and click the New Form drop-down and then New Form from Template. You'll find all your saved templates in the drop-down here. Form templates pull in all your pre-filled details instantly. No re-entering the same information every time. You can make changes where needed. And if you don't need a form anymore, delete it using the trash can icon in the form here. So to recap, checklists let you build custom forms with photos and tick off items that you can sign directly from a job. Form templates save any form so your team isn't starting from scratch. And together they keep your jobs consistent and cut down on admin every single week. Thanks for watching.
Feel free to check out the other videos on our YouTube channel. We have everything from detailed feature guides to customer tips and tricks. If you need any assistance or have any questions, our world-class support team is here to help. You can live chat with us from the app, shoot us an email, or give us a call.